Hey, this is Wolf from Armoury-Terrain, and tonight I'm actually in my workshop. It's fantastic. It stopped raining, at least for a couple of days. Yeah, it got cold, but it stopped raining. So tonight I'm out here making leather pouches. Now, not just any sort of pouches, but a lace-up pouch, which is great because it doesn't use any stitching. So the materials for tonight is a nice piece of purple kangaroo skin. This is about 0.6, 0.7 mils thick, and it's really strong and hard to puncture, and it'll make a great bag. Also using some metal grommets, which I think came from Bunnings, the kangaroo skin, and also the gold kangaroo lacing came from Packer Leather at Narangba. It's a great supplier. There'll be a link down in the description for them if you're a Brisbane local. Now, the story behind this piece of leather is, at the start of this year, one of my mates said, "Hey Wolf, can you make me a purple pouch? Like, it needs to lay flat, but I need it really quickly, yeah?" And then this is now May 31st, and I haven't heard from him since. So Sharkbait, if you're out there, I have the leather ready to go. It's just a matter of you contacting me and I'll make you your pouch as well. But this one's for my housemate, and let's get into it. Now, the first thing I needed to do was make up a template. Yes, I could have just used a compass and drawn all over the inside of the leather, but doing so means that when it's opened all the way out, you can see pen marks, and that's not real cool. So what I have here is 2 A4 sheets of paper stuck together just with masking tape, and the outside diameter is 14 and the outside radius is 14.5, and then the inside circle that I drew, which has got all the holes punched in it, is a 12.5 radius, and then it's got 16 holes punched around it at all the cardinal points of the compass, so every 22.5 degrees. So what I need to do is transfer this onto the leather, cut it out, and start putting some eyelets into it. So let's get into that. Okay then, I have marked the cut marks onto the leather, and hopefully I can get 3 pouches out of this piece of leather, plus enough left to do some dog collars or handcuffs, or maybe even some gussets for some other pouches. So let's cut this out and punch some holes into it. Okay, so there's many different ways of cutting out your thin leather. Knives, laser cutters, circle knives, all sorts of things. I tend to use fabric scissors. Relax, I don't take these scissors anywhere near normal fabric. They're my fabric scissors that survived uni, and that's going back nearly 25 years since I left uni, so you know, they've been around the block. Okay, now for the thing of what size hole do I need to punch? Now, with your leather punches, there's 3 main types. There's the standard drive punch, which you stick onto the leather and hit with your hammer. There's the hand punch, which I don't have one here by, and then you've got your lever actioned machines. I prefer these punches because I like hitting stuff. Now, what size do you need? That's the question. It all comes down to what size eyelet do you have. Now, it's not real necessary to put eyelets in this. I'm just putting it in so it doesn't stretch the leather at all. So with your eyelet, you just make sure that it sits into the punch without too much play. Once you've found the right size punch your holes and put your eyelets in. Okay, so how do you put a rivet in? Most basic way possible. Well, you do it with a rivet tool that comes in 2 parts. You have the anvil and you have the striker. Place the anvil down on a nice hard surface. Place your eyelet, I think I said rivet before, but place your eyelet on the anvil, put it through the hole in your leather, put the striker in the top, and give it a blow or two. Now, if it's a good quality eyelet, it should have a washer that goes on it, but these are pretty cheap ones from Bunnings, as I said, instead of from a leather workshop, so they don't have any eyelets on the back. If I was putting them into thicker leather, I'd probably use a different eyelet, but for this pouch, they should be okay. And if not, I'm sure my housemate will tell me all about it and I'll fix it for her. That looks kind of pretty. I'm not going to show you me putting in all the rest. It's tedious, but it's not too bad. Okay, we have the pouch. It's all cut out, and as you can see, the lacing goes hole to hole as it sits flat. If you want to zoom that in for me, and then to end it off, I've just gotten a button. Normally I'd use a piece of wood or a piece of bone or horn or something, but it started raining outside and it's cold and stuff. Well, as cold as Queensland gets, which is 12 degrees. So I've got a button on here which both parts of the lacing go through, and it's just a toggle and the lacing's tied together for figure 8 knot. So now what I do is put some coins in it. Now that I've got some coins for LARP in this pouch, all I need to do, and I suggest you have some weight in it the first time you do this, is slowly tighten it up, and it should pull together. And then with the button, you tighten it up, and you have a pouch with enough cord on it to tie it to your belt or to wrap it around the pouch so it doesn't come open. And here we have a leather money pouch. Now I'd sell these for between $40 and $45 each, depending on what colour lacing and what colour leather you want it made out of. And yeah, so housemate, do you think this is cool enough to put your keys and coins in?
It should work, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, this is Wolf from Armoury-Terrain saying, go out and make something.